Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Hearts Fire 4 Equestria at War, playing as the Changelings. Pause. Hey everybody, it's Pravus from the future. Yes, I did see the comments about the dragons in episode 10 and how I messed up and wasn't actually at war. I'm aware, I'm sorry. I actually saw it before, but recorded this batch before episode 10 went live and there's nothing I can do about it until next week's recording session. So, sorry, but fortunately it's not a big deal, right? Pretty sure it's not. Alright, moving on. Thank you for your time. Alright, if we can just build up some naval invasion orders, we are going to try to invade the Kingdom of Vedina and go against the Entente. That might relieve some pressure on the Griffonian Empire, though they're already struggling against the River Republic. There we go, I almost wanted to say the Russian, but it's the River Republic, so the other ponies over here. While they're distracted, we might be able to take a huge foothold here in the continent, and that will let us strike down toward the Griffonian Empire. Actually, wait, if we do this, annex war goal against the Aquilian Republic, the Kingdom of Wingbardy, and the Griffonian Empire. Aquilian Republic, you're part of the Entente, aren't you? Yeah, so that's a thing. We could use that as an immediate war goal against the Entente if we wanted to, and then just hold on to our war goals against the Griffonians and the Kingdom of Wingbardy. That would be an option. Magical Infantry. We still have not built any of these, nor upgraded their templates. Let's go ahead and do some of that now and see what they look like. So we did 20 combat width here. Soft attack, 161, 37.5 hard attack, defense 372. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay. So compare that, then, with 66 breakthrough and 372 defense against our regular infantry. Sure doesn't look like they're better. They have worse breakthrough, worse defense. They have better hard attack, but worse soft attack, currently. HP 254 as opposed to 250. Organization 95. Okay, so they have better organization going for them as well. That's interesting. So if I gave you some companies, like, let's say, engineers, artillery, let's say that I want to throw in the anti-tank and the, not maintenance, sorry, the recon companies. Suddenly your soft attack and stuff doesn't look so bad. You might have slightly better breakthrough. They have some piercing value, 39.5 with the anti-armor. 9 entrenchments, some hard attack. They're not terrible. They're not great, but they're not terrible. If I threw on some anti-air, that wouldn't do me apparently much of any good. Infiltrator companies, however, that actually is not a bad trade-off. So if I threw all of this on there, you actually would become a halfway reasonable-ish army. But then, if I took off, let's say, the infantry, and instead... No, not medium tanks. I was wondering if I had access to the self-propelled artillery, though that extra armor value would certainly be nice. If I instead threw on, let's say, just some artillery... Not a whole lot better. They do have some breakthrough, but still not great. I'm not convinced I'm ever going to use the magical equipments, to be honest. They're okay. They don't seem like they're very bad, but they don't seem like outstanding units. But I'm open to being wrong. Well, let's hold off on that for now. I don't see the point. 20 medium. I'm honestly kind of tempted to say we should pull off these motorized and put on instead a couple more tanks. Not modern tanks. Wait, are we producing modern tanks now? Is that what those are classified as? Oh, they might be, actually. Well, if we did some mediums here, we'd still be down to 35 organization, which is okay-ish. Get a bit more soft attack, a lot more hard attack, very good breakthrough increase, some more armor and piercing value. That's not bad. Yeah, we could do this. But I'd like to have a little bit more organization than this, personally. So if I threw in a motorized like this, that's 40 organization, still a bit of an improvement. This is alright. But then, what if I instead said, let's do mechanized? So there's the 40 organization, but now we have pretty reasonable armor. A lot more breakthrough comes out of that, because you're replacing the motorized with something better. A lot more defense value, better soft attack, better hard attack. That's kind of what I think I want my medium width divisions to be. They use up a lot of supplies, unfortunately, but besides that, doesn't seem that bad. All right. I would, I think, like to have mechanized getting mixed into my medium divisions, if at all possible. And we should start training some of these. We have some medium tanks. Let's go ahead and start doing it now. So, wait. The tanks that we're working on... Oh, I think these are considered to be modern. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So we very quickly got out of the medium tank game, and now we're moving on to moderns. We're not producing any currently, and we should probably fix that. What do I have a huge excess of? Infantry equipment? Absolutely. We probably don't need this much motorized. And honestly, not even this much light tank, because we're going to start moving away from this. So let's produce a bit less in the motorized department. How about a lot less in the motorized department? Less light tanks, though we'll still upgrade a few. I can probably produce a few less fighters. And a little less assault rifles. Let's go ahead and start producing modern tank, Panzer III. Alright, and if we're going to do that, we should make them better. Better armor value, better main gun. Will give me more piercing, yes. A little soft attack. We did something like this, though. I'd have improved reliability. I can get a lot more armor. 32.5 more armor on these tanks? Holy crap. We did this. It's not a huge hit to our reliability. 13 more piercings, pretty decent. But we already would have 144. To be honest, I'm not sure that we need that. I think I'd rather focus on getting some more armor. Max speed is still 10 kilometers per hour, which is not too bad. This seems reasonable enough to me for at least a first variant. So we're going to start producing Panzer Mark I. And a lot of them. Because I would love to start making some modern tank divisions before my opponents. Modern tanks, man. They're good. They're really freaking good. Beak region. Bases in low supply. Oh, over here? Oh. Okay, what's the issue? Ah, well, that would do it. Let's go ahead and start building up some infrastructure here. They'll end up being okay. We're mostly passing through. Self-propelled modern artillery. That is another thing we need to produce a lot of. Because I want to mix those into some really good 40 combat with divisions. 4 by Navy. Active sonar to detect their subs? Maybe. Better depth chargers. Improved airplane catapults actually really important for spotting. It's only take 32 days. Let's go ahead and start working on that. Canterlots. Alright, got an upgrade there. It would take 140 days for the invasion of Griffonia. I'm not sure we need that. Let's continue. This only gives me medium, light, and heavy. Let's go for an upgrade to our mechanized. See if we can upgrade those ahead of time if at all possible. Are you guys about ready? No, you got a ways to go. I did send a fleet up over here. So we have a strike force of 61 ships, which comprises of 2 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, 4 heavy cruisers, and 53 destroyers, which I think is a sufficient amount of screening for all this for now. Don't have any carriers, but that'll have to do. Plus a very small spotting fleet of destroyers and heavy cruisers that I have set to retreat. Do not want them to engage and get killed. They exist just to find them, and then you leave them alone. Let's go for the nuclear reactors. Start working on that next. I will want to have probably some better radar researched, and we probably do want to get a better air base up over here, which you already are upgrading, it looks like. So that's fine. I'm going to try to set up another naval invasion force. Down to, let's say, this island here in Winterhold. Can't send much there at the moment, but let's go ahead and just start preparing for it. Because that could be another opportunity for a foothold if we can real quick. I also have subs operating in all these regions. About 24 subs each in 4 different regions to try and cut off any potential naval invasions or supplies, especially to some of these islands. Which both of these apparently are fjords and archipelagos in terms of terrain, which is really bad for capital ships, but that's fine, honestly, for my my subs. It's not going to give them any major disadvantage. Researching an upgraded carrier is tempting. Torpedo attack. Better torpedoes. Yes. All of these are kind of good and helpful. Already working on that. Mine warfare. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and research... Can I produce any more of this? It is 10:15. We could start working a little bit ahead of time on things like some construction tech. I could also go ahead and grab, let's say, some excavation. It's only going to take 85 days, and it gets me a lot more steel so I can continue to produce. I'm still working on all this infrastructure, though. It's taken a while to get through this many levels. I did kind of queue up a lot. Like a lot. Alright. There's the basic submarine snorkel. Good. Better subs. I will start working on some improved destroyers for now. We'll want to equip them with better sonar. Let's take a look at our production real quick. So, far as ships are concerned, here's my really good subs. If I upgrade you, currently using torpedoes and engines, which is fine. Mines, I don't care. Torpedo room would give us extra torpedo attack, which honestly is not necessary, because I'm not using these guys really to attack. I'm only using them to raid convoys, and you don't need a lot of attack value for that. Basic snorkel for sub-visibility, I think, is absolutely worthwhile. Mines, I'm not really interested in playing that game either. So a little bit more torpedoes, but if I do this, it costs me a little bit more production. But not a ton. And if we're going to do this... Now notice this, alright? So it takes 80 production for 14 more attack. For only 20 more production, you get up to 18 attack. For another 20, you get to 23. Where am I going with that? Is it worth the cost? I'm trying to think in terms of production costs for attack. I guess if I'm going to do it, let's go for the better ones, but I'm not going to go for another level of this. We'll save some of that attack value. Slightly better. Mostly the important thing was getting the extra snorkels on my submarines to reduce their visibility. How are we doing in terms of trade? Oh, wow, we got some freaking steel all of a sudden, don't we? Okay. Hang on. Let's start producing some of those upgraded submarines I was talking about. And they are going to be set to the subs theater. I decided to go ahead and create just a strike theater and a subs theater so I can easily control what's going on there. All right, so 10 more dockyards get set up over there. I think a bunch of my ships actually just finished producing, so we have tons more. Oh, that's why I had all my steel. Okay, so we're finishing up with that cruiser. Heavy ship Mark 1 is okay. So this is a heavy ship. So it goes in the same field as, like, battleships and stuff. So right now, if you're a heavy ship, we want mostly heavy attack, right? Better at targeting bigger ships. Light attack is better at targeting smaller ships. Is that actually what I want? Hang on. I lose track of what I want on some of these things sometimes. I do think that the battleship armor is fine. Fire control system, anti-air, batteries. I haven't upgraded any guns, so I guess I'm not really worried about any of this. Heck, I don't even think I have radar. These count as light cruisers? Because if so, then what I probably should do on this 1011 cruiser, we actually already have, it looks like, the float plane catapult, which is what I want. I want as much surface detection as possible. So 27 there, for example. So I could throw on an additional catapult for a lot more. So 40 surface detection is pretty decent. These guys aren't really intended to have a lot of guns. And then I guess hydrophones would do sub-detection, but I don't want that. If anything, I probably don't want this many guns, because it just increases our production time, which I don't necessarily need. I guess I'm okay with having a little bit of weapons for defense, but not much. I don't even know if I need the fire control, because we're not using these guys for attack. They're not intended to engage. I can't remove it, unfortunately. It has to stick around. Alright, so we have much better surface detection with you guys. I'm going to call these 10-11 spotters. We don't want to produce too many of these, but we want to produce at least a few. And I'll use these in conjunction with my destroyers. Speaking of destroyers, 10, 11 here. So you really need sonar. Your goal is simply to detect subs. As much as we can with the hydrophones. Depth charges we definitely want. Anti-submarine warfare, I need improvements for those. Probably don't need anti-air or light guns here, honestly. I'm going to get rid of some of these torpedoes. So we're just reducing the production cost of these things. And then you, I guess I could have more depth charges. Design is over maximum car. Oh, you can't have that much sonar. That's fine. All right, so sub-detection of 24. Is it great? No. But is it going to be a little bit better? Sure. We'll do that. I'll have to improve our sonar later. I meant to actually name you. It's 1011 sub-detect. Rename. You I want a lot of. Okay. And then I guess I'll go for whatever other auto templates they've got here. I don't think I agree with this, though. Produce some heavy ships, yes. And then honestly, probably more destroyers, but I kind of need another variant that's not sub-detect version, just a screening ship. So if I duplicate you and make you do, let's say, some light batteries, pull off these. I kind of need torpedoes, I think. Torpedo, torpedo, torpedo. Fire control, I guess, is okay. And some anti-air, and then maybe more torpedoes. So torpedo attack of 81. These exist just to be screening ships, and if they have an opportunity to torpedo things, they should. What they don't have a lot of is surface detection, which is unfortunate. But these are going to be pretty hardy. So I'll call these screeners. Then we'll produce a bunch of these. So these guys get assigned to the strike force. These guys go to the subs force. No, sorry. I guess they also go to strike. Subs are just for subs. Maybe I should create a whole separate theater that exists, a whole separate theater that exists just for, the detection fleets. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever, I've spent too much time on those. Alright, advanced landing craft. Good, I can send even more stuff. Advanced depth chargers are probably fine. Better sonar would be great. And I think that's what I'm going to work on. Or we could go for a better snorkel. Let's go for some better sonar just so I can detect subs. Almost done with better swarm. It's not swarm, it's form. It's got a V. This is a weird thing I've noticed about myself, by the way. So whenever I speak in what I hope is an accurate accent of another country, which I know is untrue, I know that I don't, but I try for it. Anyway, anytime I'm speaking a non-English language with a non-English accent, because I started by learning Spanish as far as other languages in school, I always want to trill my R's. Trill. That's what I want to do. It's really weird. And it's not appropriate in certain languages, not even a little bit. Let's go ahead and work on the thermonuclear stuff. So that's good. So we should be able to assign all of you here now. Dark blue. Do I want to send you? I think I want to send in a defensive army, but really we just want to do... No, they can follow behind. We'll send you from here to, let's say, up over... Where's another port? I don't see a lot of ports, actually. Here. We're going to do a quick little naval invasion of these guys. It's going to take a while to prepare that naval invasion, unfortunately. Alright, so they're ready. We can actually go ahead and start justifying our war goal now. I want to conquer Skyrim because it sounds fun. Skyrim is for me. Alright, you guys, for now, garrison along the coasts, I guess. You guys garrison up over here, where we just pulled away our main attack force. And you guys stay nearby as well. Just spread out and don't take up all the supply. Don't take attrition in your own land. That would be dumb. By By the way, how are we doing as far as our protectorate? Not quite there yet, huh? There's a lot of things I still need to build over here, apparently. Let's continue working on the polar bear territory. I want to annex them. Or at least reduce their autonomy a little bit further. So I still have more dockyards, huh? Don't have enough steel, so it's kind of irrelevant. Alright, swarm aircraft is done. Let's go ahead and start working on some naval bombers. It won't take too long to develop. For planes, I'm going to upgrade the fighters. I'm going to give them some extra range, reliability, and engine. Nope, that's all I can afford. Alright, so all we can do is increase their range by another 240 kilometers. That feels pretty strong. If I do a little less, I could give them more agility, too. Honestly, though, I find that I have so many issues with range. Let's just do this. Mark 1 swarm fighters, go. Oh, good, I need more aluminum. Okay, guess we're going to be friends with you, Wing Barty. Okay. So, it's going to take us how much longer? About 46 days. So we can launch an attack against the Kingdom of Vedina. All I need to do is set up a really good initial force. Just kind of get a foothold in the continent. From which I can increase our supply generation and really start siphoning a lot of troops over here to fight the Griffonian Republic. We might actually save the Empire, I don't know. Wing Barty, I think, is actually poised to possibly conquer the entire continent. I think that's totally feasible with that country, if you wanted to. Which is kind of cool. Alright, do I need more conscription? I don't think so. War economy would be nice. Of course, for that, we would have to lose a lot of political power, which I'm already struggling on, but be an option. Active sonar. Okay, good. That gave me sonar level 2. Let's start working on something different here. More resource gain efficiency? Honestly, I think yes, because that's actually what's stopping me from producing more stuff. So we won't be able to launch these guys on an attack quite yet. For our naval invasion, I think I might need to take my strike force and say, you're actually now a patrol force. Go to the Rocky Sea. Just so we have the naval superiority and intelligence that I would need. Yeah, now we can launch. So this would allow us to grab these islands as well. As long as nothing goes horribly, horribly wrong, anyway. Good, we can now lower the autonomy of the Northern Protectorate. Gonna do that now. Spend some of that power. Okay. And then, if we can just demote them a bit further, we'll be able to annex them. And eat their lands, which I think is great. Subject may soon raise its autonomy. I don't think so. I don't find that particularly likely. Excavation tech. Did that give me a lot of steel? Thank God it did. Alright, we don't need this much aluminum. We might need this much steel. Hang on. So let's see. We're finishing up this cruiser. He's going to the strike force. Already producing a good amount of screeners and sub-detectors. We probably should get more heavy ships. More subs. Probably should get more subs. So we'll start with that. In the tank field, we want to be producing some self-propelled artillery eventually, right? So let's reduce how much assault rifles we are producing. Can reduce, I think, the number of medium tanks by a lot because we're not going to be producing many more of these going forward. We're going to be going for modern tanks. So let's pick up some self-propelled artillery. We could increase our soft attack a bit. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to save that for now. Start producing a lot more of these. Now for that, I need chromium. Aha, whole new resource. All right. Well, I'm going to go for the supply grace, I think. We haven't researched an upgrade to our radar. We should do that at some point. Let's go ahead and start working on our planes. So I think going forward, what I'm going to do is use only wings of 100. These guys are what I want. I'll take you, and then I will... Why can't I split you in half? Oh, because I need more planes to arrive. Hang on. So apparently fighters are more effective in small groups, not large wings. But at some point in the game, I think around Waking the Tiger, or maybe it was Man the Guns, they changed the AI a little bit so it splits a little bit more effectively, so it's not as important as it used to be. Even so, let's go ahead and split all of these down to 100 wings. 100 is better because anything larger than this, and you really start scaling down the effectiveness of having an ace by a huge amount, and that's kind of unfortunate. Air superiority over here would be great. And then if I can get an air wing of some, let's say, bombers... Fighter 3s were already starting to produce, which is nice. I should have a whole bunch of other bombers. Is it only the medium bombers one? I guess it is. Alright, so we're going to take both of you, and we'll split you as well. Actually, I don't think it matters with bombers. Technically, the split is a little bit different. It's like, what, 64 each or something like that? But apparently these guys split a bit more effectively, so it doesn't matter as much as it used to. So we'll do close air support over here. Also strategic bombing, where I specifically want to target air bases... and anti-air guns. And radar, if possible. Maybe make it a little bit easier that way. Alright, we finished justifying for war. We have thermonuclear research. Queen Chrysalis denounces Vidinian ideals. That's the only event we got for that entire justification. Alright, so with that done, we can safely annex the bear. Don't think I care about that. Death or Dishonor for the extra national spirit is okay. I'm not worried about that right now. Let's start working on... Infiltration, Panzer, Support, Jaegers, Infantry Equipment. I think I'll start working on some of that. Alright, I think we're ready to go ahead and declare our war. So let's do it now. The Changelings declare war on you puny ponies. Attack, attack, attack. You need a little bit longer, but then we can tell you to attack. Alright, go! Get that air superiority going. Everyone's joining. The Entente is coming to the defense of Vidinia, but I don't think they have, like, anything here. All my troops should be landing soon. They do have some things here. What do you know? But if we split up a little bit, I think we'll be fine. And have you guys go here. And tanks lead the charge on Skyrim. You guys pick up as well. Okay, let's split you guys up like so, and then have... You guys then attack here in Skyrim. You attack at Skyrim. Jaegers attack at Skyrim. It's too many troops and not enough combat width, but it's going to start burning them down pretty quick. All right, we have a port. So that's successful. You guys need an offensive line, let's say pushing up to this area. Is this person not joining the war? I thought they were a part of the Entente, but maybe they're not. Let's have you go there. You need an offensive line. Let's push down along the southern side. Try to grab some more of that coast. Go for something like this, I guess. Go. Alright, so it looks like we found a fleet. My subs are trying to attack some of their heavy ships as well as some convoys. Also found some more ships down here. They have a much larger fleet. Okay, but I think I'm still sort of invisible and I'm escaping successfully, so that might be fine. We may not be able to launch our naval invasion here, because I simply don't have enough to contest with this. So I need these guys to kind of just engage, or disengage, sorry. I'm going to have you guys engage at low risk. Yeah, let's not risk losing our subs. I want to maintain these guys. Attack of opportunity to just take out their convoys. I'm not really looking to engage very heavily on your navy. Speaking of which, what's going on over here? Looks like my heavy ships found their destroyers. Actually, I think my subs found their destroyers. We lost one. We're sinking some convoys and a few destroyers, though. They're trying to run away, but heavy guns should be able to start taking those down. Bringing in a few new buddies. Okay. We're already grabbing all of this. I think they should be able to go conquer a lot. Let's take a look at our supply situation. What's going on here? Pretty bad. Need a lot more what? Infrastructure? Infrastructure could use some help, yes. I think naval bases could use a lot more, though. So we're going to prioritize those for the time being, since this is my only real avenue of currently getting in enough supply. As we spread out and grab more territory, maybe we'll be okay, though. Okay, Vidinia has called in somebody else. The Northern Griffin Kingdom. Okay, so these are the other people I was expecting to have to fight. So that's now a thing. One of your armies, let's see, I would like to bring up some defensive troops to entrench, but then we're going to have even more supply issues, so we're going to have to hold off on that for the moment. This is where having logistics companies would be good. Okay, this, however, is a fight where I think retreating would be good. Disengage. Get the heck out of Dodge. That is not a fight you want to take. Actually, what I should do is tell the, It's acting like I have very few ships. These guys are strike force only. I do not want them to do any more patrols. That's just too risky. Medium risk. Allowed to split off. Repair priority is high. Okay. Try not to lose my navy if possible, but I'm so bad with them. It might happen regardless. Alright, we're pushing pretty well here. We do have naval bombers now available. I'm going to go ahead and start upgrading those further so I can sink more enemy navies. I would like to upgrade our radar. Increasing our radar is good for enemy ship detection, as well as getting some intelligence of regions and allow me to have more plane control here. Right now, I'm okay with this as is. Do we have other air bases nearby? Doesn't appear that we do. I guess we never did manage to build up new ones. I'm going to keep the air superiority going on this side for now. But later we may want to mix that up. Join wars. Actually, no. Volunteers? Alright. You can send your air wings. Wingbardy wants to help, huh? Volunteer forces are in transfer. We have plenty of steel coming in all of a sudden. Okay. What I need is chromium, though. So let's trade for all of that. Am I producing enough? I don't think so. We'll get some extra heavy ships going, I guess. Strike force. You're all good. Need more chromium even beyond that, of course. It's fine, though. So far, my fast-moving tanks and mechanized are actually doing pretty well. These guys are set to aggressive. These guys are set to aggressive. Ironically, I don't think they're being aggressive enough. I'd like you to go up this way. Right now, we're not in a position to do a lot of encirclements. Just a little bit concerned that we would lose some supply potential if we got cut off in stupid directions. So we're going to be kind of just gradually pushing forward. Slowly but surely. Subs over here look like they have been detected by some destroyers, but they are already disengaging, so that's smart. We could launch the convoys down over here now, but I'm a little bit concerned if we did that. What's going on down here? How have I lost so many? I've lost a whole bunch of subs already. Good grief, but I told you guys not to engage. Did I not? Wow. We've lost a ton of subs already. Okay, well, apparently I still suck. Such is the way of it. Trade for a little less steel here. Anyone else got chromium? No, if we want chromium, we're going to have to conquer it or build it out ourselves. I'm going to stop trading with my protectorate, because I don't want to give them any more autonomy points than I have to. Alright, so we're out of time for this. Yeah, the Navy is still just not effective, like, at all, which sucks. But I think we actually could use you guys to quickly push up to Turum and possibly get these guys to capitulate kind of early. The more we can spread out, the more of these dockyards we can get, the more supply we can start siphoning into this corner of the world. In fact, we should probably go ahead and start building up some more naval bases here and more infrastructure in these general areas. Supply more troops. Start flooding across, because we are currently fighting the entirety of the Entente. All right, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.